In this video, I'm going to be changing the oil on this Tuff Torq transmission that's in this Cub Cadet XT1. I'm also going to be sharing some important information about this transmission as well as other models, whether they have drain bolts or no drain bolts. So you're going to want to stay tuned. This one is going to be action-packed all the way through. Okay, so without further ado, let's dive right in. So in this particular mower, we're working on a TL200. This one does not have drain bolts. Now when we don't have drain bolts, you have to flip over the transmission. I'll provide a list here at the end of the video on which transmissions have drain bolts and which ones don't. You can get the model number from a sticker located on the transmission like you see right here. Alright, so let's go ahead and pull out the battery, and then what we'll have to do is remove those two metal straps that hold the battery in, and go ahead and take a pair of snap ring pliers and put them in there and remove the snap ring from the cooling fan and just pull that cooling fan out of the way. Now make sure to get this metal washer here and set it aside so it doesn't get lost. Alright, so after you do that, you can take the belt and just kind of get it loose from the transmission. I know that's an underside shop, but you don't have to be underneath. Next, we'll have to pull out the deck engagement cable if you have one with a manual engage. Go ahead and slide that back and then pull the idler down. You may even have to disconnect the belt from the motor to get it to come far enough and tilt that spring up. Next, we're going to work on the pedal right here. Go ahead and remove that clip from the pedal linkage right there, and that just comes right off. Alright, so next we're going to go ahead and carefully remove the electrical connector. Careful not to break that. And then we're going to remove the bypass valve. Now you may need two hands for this. You may need to hold it from the back to keep it from sliding back, and then just remove that clip right there from the bypass valve, and that will come right off through the back. Next, we're going to go ahead and undo the 8 bolts, 4 holding the transmission itself to the body, and then the other 4 smaller bolts are up in front there, in front of the wheel. Alright, and those hold the front of the transmission down. Same thing on the other side. There's 4 more bolts. You may even have to use a swivel on your socket. Now we're going to jack up the mower just a little bit right here. That way we can push the transmission forward and get the parking brake spring off. It's kind of a PETA if you try to take that off by itself. Next, we are free. Now we can lift the mower up out of the way. You may have to use a jack, a floor jack, if you don't have access to an engine lift, and that transmission is out of there. Alright, so here's some information from Tuff Torq themselves. This paper kind of identifies the models that have drain bolts as well as the models that don't have drain bolts. So what do they say about the ones that don't have drain bolts? As you can see, my TL200 is right here at the top with the asterisk there. It says, for consumer use in light-duty applications or in units that may not have drain bolts, oil changing may not be emphasized as most homeowners are not equipped or in the habit of changing their transaxle's oil. For most residential cases, the transaxle will outlast the life of the machine. However, changing the oil in your sealed transaxle will extend the life of the unit and greatly improve performance. Now, if you have decided to change the oil, then follow the first 50-hour initial oil change, which nobody does, unless doing so will void your warranty, and then every 250 hours thereafter of normal use. So it says most people aren't going to do it, but if you do, it's going to extend the life of your transaxle. So that's what they say. So stay tuned, and I'll show you what oil I chose to put in this machine here just shortly. Let's get back to the video. Alright, so let's go ahead and just pull that pulley right off of there. Now this belt guard has to come out of the way. It's blocking the plug. I believe those are T40 bolts right there. And notice I've gone ahead and taken a jack so I can fine-tune where I want it, and I've leveled the transmission perfectly. Now this plug right here is a little bit of a pain in the neck, especially if the transmission is in the mower. So just carefully work that loose. Something thin and wide works very good, and just very carefully work with that. There's the magnet right there. The magnet doesn't have a lot of debris on it. It's got a little bit, but it basically looks pretty good, I think. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and check the fluid right now before we do anything. Now I've dipped a screwdriver in there so that I can see where the oil level is supposed to be. And if I remember right, it was right around 7/8 of an inch or so below the top surface right there, which is exactly where we want it to be. Now what I like to do right here is I put the plug back in so that I can flip the transmission over without spilling it all over the place. And I've taken a bucket with a measuring cup on the side of it, so once it's upside down, go ahead and pop that plug out and let that fluid drain out of there. You might even have to pick it up and hold it at the right angle to get the rest of that residue to come on out of there. And just take your time and try to get as much out as you can. So as you can see here, I've got just a little bit over 2 liters that came out of the transmission, and it says 2.3, so we're pretty good right there. And that fluid doesn't look that bad. So I've taken an identical bucket right here and I've put the exact amount in the bucket because we weren't low to begin with. I'll talk more about that here in a second. Alright, so real quick, let's talk about the oil that we're going to use. I've got a chart right here from Tuff Torq, and this shows the various transmissions that they make along with which oil they're supposed to be in there and which oil they came with from the factory. Now if you notice here, about 3/4 of these take the Tuff Torq oil, including the one that we're working on. And if you look under here, page 2, we're on the TL200, it shows that it came with 10W30 oil from the factory, but there's also an asterisk there that says that the listed next to original factory filled oil points out that the factory filled version is a special blend designed specifically for Tuff Torq, so they don't want you to take SuperTech 10W30, that's $4 a quart, and put that stuff in there. Not saying it won't work, I don't know. But the Tuff Torq oil is a 5W50, probably a synthetic blend, very expensive and it takes time to get. I recommend that's what you get, because if something happens to your transmission, you're going to blame this guy on YouTube that said it was okay, but that's not what I'm using. I'm using Mobil 1 1550. I've already driven the tractor around quite a bit, haven't had any problems. I've done this before. It's been no problem. I'm not recommending that. I'm recommending what they say, the Tuff Torq oil. So back to the video. Alright, so here we have my Mobil 1 1550, and I'm slowly and carefully pouring it back into the transmission, being careful not to spill anything. I'm able to do this because I wasn't low to begin with, so I'm going to put the same amount back in. But if you were low to begin with, it's not going to work exactly like this for you. You need to put in as much as you can get in there, to where it's close to the top, and then you're going to need to bleed the air out of the transmission and recheck the fluid. Probably you're even going to need to run it in the mower. That means you should put the cap on just a little bit and leave a space underneath so you can get a tool back under there and pry it back off of there while it's in the mower. That way you can recheck the fluid. Alright, so even with trying to put the same amount of fluid back in, I have to bleed the transmission to get it all back in there. So I'm using a drill to spin the transmission, and I'm pulling the bypass valve on and off a couple of times, and then I'm moving the forward and reverse lever back and forth a couple of times to try to get the air out of the system. That way the fluid level will drop enough for me to get it all back in there. This transmission holds about 2.3 quarts, but I had about 2.1 quarts that came out of it. Alright, so go ahead and spin it a few times, and now I should have enough room to get that back in there. Like I said, it should be about 3/4 to 1 inch below the top surface of the transmission is what we're looking for right there. Now don't forget to put your magnet back in and put the cap back on, of course. Now I'm going to tighten my cap up because I'm pretty sure it's okay, but if you need to recheck your fluid later, just tap the cap on very lightly. Put the belt guard back and the pulley. Now we're going to bleed some more the air out of the system. I've got the bypass valve pulled out, and we're going to push the forward and reverse lever a couple of times, get that thing acclimated, and then after I do that, I'm going to go ahead and engage the bypass right there, and that way we can move forward and backwards a little bit. I've got the engine at an idle, so make sure not to over rev the engine while you're doing this. It may not be very good for your transmission. I'm just going to do this 2 or 3 times, and everything should be good to go right there. Got the bypass valve pulled back out. Go ahead and push your forward and reverse lever again, and we're going to go and do this one more time. Push it back in. Now we should be able to move it forward and backwards, and that really should be about it. You shouldn't have to do this too much to get this thing to work right. Now I think we're ready for a full speed test. There we go. Everything is smooth. I've driven this thing around quite a bit and didn't have any hiccups at all. So that's full speed reverse, full speed forward, and everything is working just perfect. Okay, so I hope you've enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching.